welcome back. We're going to do another little tech tip thing here. What this is going to actually end up being is my kind of overview of a safety video. This is all stuff that, when you're getting started, you really want to start out right, and that's covering all your safety bases. And some of this stuff you'll see here, you can't necessarily buy it. It's just stuff that, I've come up with over the years of fishing on the ice so long and falling through the ice, which I'm trying to prevent for everybody else. So we'll keep this short and get this started. Keep a simple list for you guys to go out and get, and hopefully save some lives. And big thing is just keep it in your head that be safe at all times and you'll have a good time on the ice. Alright, let's get started. Start off real quick here. I've had these in other videos, and you'll see them in anyone else's that ice fishes videos. These are ice spikes, safety spikes, ice picks. Older generations call them ice picks. They have a little retractable sheath on them. What it is it's basically a a nail with a handle, allowing you, so you keep these around your neck when you're walking around on the ice. First, last, I keep them on me at all times. So these are for punching into the ice to actually pull yourself out once you fall through. This is like a post measurement or measure thing, like after you've fallen through, you would definitely need these. Always keep them on you. I mean, they're cheap. They don't cost very much money. I don't know who makes these ones, but they're all pretty similar. Pick your favorite brand and make sure you carry those. Another thing you can carry with you, this is kind of a combined thing. I always have a length of rope. It's either tied to my sled, my ice shack, or just with me in a bucket, or in another video I'll show you, if you've watched the other one before this, in my getting started ice fishing video, you throw this in your backpack or something, just so you have a length of rope. You never know when you're going to need it, and with ice fishing and falling through the ice, stuff like that, it's a really good thing to have around. Now, to kind of combine with the rope, I have come up with a real simple, I just took an extra one, tied a really good knot on it, with some, it's that more plasticky rope so that it can't absorb water. Probably 20 feet of rope on here, and then I put a big loop around one end of it that you can throw over your head and your shoulder, and then you can take, and I actually have a video with just this one if you want to see me throwing it around, but it makes it really easy to throw. Like, say your friend went ahead of you and he falls through, unwrap this, put this around your shoulder, and toss this out to him. So now this is going to float. He can throw this over his head, make it real simple, buckle it right around his chest so it's not coming off. Even if they're weak, they can buckle it, keeps them afloat, and then you can take it and pull that person out without ever getting close to them. That's a big one. So that's another safety tip. I'm going to go kind of quick here. I don't want to bore you guys with too much length of time. Another big safety thing, and a lot of people don't even look at it that way, but this is 100% safety. This is an ice chisel, or also known as a spud bar. So if you ever hear anybody talking about a spud bar, that's what this is. It's a heavy length of rod with a sharp end to it. This one's actually collapsible, so you can take it basically anywhere with you. But so this, you walk and you hit the ice with it, and by hitting the ice with it with that sharp end, it's about 15-20 pounds. You can check how thick the ice is in front of you. Me, I can hit the ice pretty hard with 1 or 2 hits, and 2 hits, if it goes through, I tend to stay off of that ice. That's usually about 2.5-3 inches of ice. If you hit 2 good times and you don't get any water coming up through and it's nice and solid, you can keep walking. But this is a good way to check the ice out in front of you, and I always recommend just taking good whacks. If you can't break through with a really good whack, you're doing pretty good. Obviously, to each his own, and make sure you mind your surroundings and take care of, paying attention how the ice is. And always, if you're just starting out, go with somebody who actually understands what they're looking at and to teach you how the ice is. Everybody's been there. I've fallen through ice before, so I know what it looks like when it's bad ice. So that's another one. Um, Another one that I kind of just came up with was, so when you're first starting out, if you got a boat and you open water fish, and you're just getting into it, you have boat cushions. Well, some people have boat cushions, and this is actually considered like, you know, a life preserver, personal flotation device for an adult. But I use this to kneel on by the holes that you're fishing. So then you're not kneeling right down on the ice or in the slush. But then on top of that, it floats. So this doubles. So you have another thing that floats with you if you have that or this or both. So that's, you know, a boat cushion. It's real cheap, simple, something simple. Saves your knees from kneeling on those sharp pieces of ice. What's another thing here? Something that a lot of people don't think about as far as safety. I leave these right on my boots, but so these are spikes, or what are they? Micro ice. I think, yeah, Catula makes them, and they're called the micro spikes. Any good traction additive to your boot, because you can fall. It's ice. It's slippery, obviously. So if you fall, you can hurt yourself really bad. I've been bruised up. Plenty of us can openly admit. I'd love to actually, right here, if you're still here and you've been on the ice actually before and you've fallen because you didn't have cleats on, I want to hear your story. So put that in the comments below. It'd be kind of interesting to see what has happened to a few different people. But so I just leave these on because these boots are my Baffins. They slip on and off real easy. So I actually change my shoes when I get to the lake. Don't wear these around the house because they would gouge out your floors and stuff like that. But they are really good traction and they keep you safe on the ice. So a good pair of spikes for your boots. Anything that's got good traction. And then if you're looking to spend just a little bit of money, and it's honestly, it's probably the most justifiable reason to spend a couple $100s on yourself for fishing of anything you could buy for yourself. I mean, there's electronics, there's everything under the sun that you can buy for yourself. But a flotation suit, that is a big thing. So one, a good suit is going to keep you warm. It's going to keep you from, you know, getting miserable out on the ice. You don't necessarily even need an ice shanty then. If you got a good enough suit, you can fish out on the ice all day long. And then even better yet is if you have a suit that floats. This floats, and you float. Now you're getting better odds at surviving if you run into a bad situation out on the ice. One more thing I just wanted to throw in there. It's not really a safety thing unless it's, you know, say you have a nice ice shack or something like that and it's a windy day out there. That's something else you could leave in the comments actually too. Now that I think about it, we've all probably blown across the ice once or twice just getting started and, you know, you didn't think about it. But this is just a little ice anchor, and I tie a short piece of rope to it with a slip knot, so it allows me to just loop it onto whatever ice shack rope that I have out for the day, so it's not permanently hooked to it. But you stick in a hole and then pull it down and it anchors tight to a hole. But that could be a safety thing because I have blown across the ice with like a camp stove on or a lantern, you know, something with fire, and burn a hole in your tent, or worse yet, you burn yourself or something like that. So something to anchor yourself. That's pretty much what I cover. You can actually, there's those little whistles that you can buy, the little blaze orange ones you can keep around your neck. Those are a good thing to have too. I think it's you blow 3 times for help. It's just like being hunting in the woods and you fire 3 shots and then let it go quiet, because the 3 shots means that you're in trouble. So if somebody actually understands that, then they can make sure to come looking for you if they hear the whistle. Plus, if you're in the water and you're low to the ice line, it's hard to see you. So a whistle would always, you know, be good to help. Trust me, it's hard to yell when you're in the water. It's cold and it takes your breath away. So I will go over anything else that I can think of in future videos that I might not have covered here. If you have any suggestions or ideas, you know, personal ones that you might have come up with, I'd love to hear them. Put them in the comments below and let me know what you think I might be able to add to my arsenal. I'm always looking to learn for new things. Like I said, this was the first thing I figured out this was something I figured out. I just wanted, you know, added protection to myself. It took me years to figure out that I should just buy these and get it out of the way. This is probably the #1 thing I'd tell her. This and an ice spud would be your #1 thing to buy. So I hope this video helps everybody get started off on the right foot as far as like safety items are concerned. And if you have any ideas or suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you like these videos, don't hesitate to give them a heads up or a thumbs up. I like feedback. I like to understand, you know, if I'm doing anything that you guys like. Obviously, I want to keep doing them for you and you know, do my best at conveying the outdoors. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next video. One thing, I'm going to be making an addition to the first video that I have, getting started ice fishing. That was for the beginners. The next video is going to be for the guys that really get into it. So looking forward to making that one for you guys, because it's exciting to, you know, really get into ice fishing. If you can't tell, I really like ice fishing. So see you guys on the ice, and thanks for watching.